that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.
Good morning, afternoon, good evening and good night. You caught me munching some crisps. I guess I'm going to have to stop eating. Okay. There's nowhere to put the crisps. Right. So anyway, carrying on from this morning. So if you're new to this, this is me making some brackets, combined brackets. Brackets, I'll call them brackets. Spreader plates, pole clamp combined. Number 5, let's get on with it then. Let's just carry on from where we left off this morning. Okay. Right. So we went a bit wild on the last one. 5.5 hours to create this weird looking thing here. Let's just make sure we got some audio before we go crazy. As long as the browser has caught up, which it hasn't. What is the matter with my browser today? Tell you what, let's close that browser down. Let's get another browser, because that one is very ill. Let's see if we can get on to... if I could spell. I've got everything ready, but the problem is what's not ready is the browser, out of my control. And of course it's not finding me because I've made a mistake on the spelling. Will it find me now, or is it still going to play silly buggers? Okay, I suppose I've got to tell it we're looking for a YouTube channel. Oh God. Come on. Or do I go back to my old browser? YouTube. It's taking me literally, it's not searching. Don't rely on AI, it's not consistent. Right, I've got to spell it out for it. It cannot find me. Now it can. Eventually. It says I'm live, if only. Right, one watching. On AI, it's not consistent. Right, I've got to spell it out. Right, so it looks like we've got some audio. That's all I wanted to find out. Okay. Right, anyway, let's crack on with this. So we went up with this flamboyant thing that we printed out. I'll just show you in case you missed it. We're going to print it out and waste a load of plastic. Sorry planet. It does work though. Yeah, there's the shock cord, and that's full stretch. It's moving about a mil. So at 3/4 stretch, so about there, it's moving about half a mil. Don't know what it'll be like, so we're gonna leave. We'll kept the design in case we want to go back to it, but I'm gonna leave that and go on to a more simple design. Started it this morning. It's tempting to go straight back on. There it is. It's tempting to go straight and just create the rest, but I've tapered it. Made it aerodynamic somewhat by tapering the sides. So we carry on, and I've got to now just finish off what I was doing this morning before I went shopping. Okay, let's carry on. Gonna probably need... yeah, I've got to probably... I don't know what I'm gonna probably need. Let's try it. So that is our line, our reference, and it's not going to let me do it, so I'm going to have to coerce it. I'll tell you what, we've got a kink right there. That'll be a bit helpful. So let's put a line, if it'll find it. No, it's not putting it in. Why not? No, it refuses to do me a measurement. Okay, we'll put a line in then. If you don't want to do... Right, let's just have a look at... That is supposed to be... No, there's something gone wrong. Alt and backspace. Didn't say it was easy. Right, so it need to... just draw out the middle. It's difficult while it's bent like this. And it's difficult to find the point when we're like this. Right, okay. So that's the middle. You just got to make sure you're on the middle. And I suppose we've got to make sure we follow the regime on. I've done one somewhere already. There it is. I've already done one. Now. And slightly wider at this end than it is at the back. If we go up and look down, you can see it's the jaws. If I come out of, you can see the jaws are slightly open there. So I haven't done myself any favours, but anyway, it's going to be good enough. I did have a worse angle on it. So let's go back over here, and we've got to somehow translate this here into that. And that's a straight one. That's a slight angle. Straight one, slight angle. Okay, so it's... Oh, okay, it's done the one underneath. Never mind. It's got a mind of its own sometimes. Okay, so we can get rid of... So we've done what we can do there. We've got some extra surfaces appeared, so let's get rid of them. Okay, now we can get rid of the middle line we had to put in, and we can basically just delete all this now. Delete, 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 and that'll bring us our original surfaces back. What we've got to do now is put in a fill it. You've got to fill it, so I'll go from that corner to there, and that fills that. We'll have to do the same here. Okay, and I can get rid of a few, well, we thought we could, extra lines. So what we've got to do first is we've got to just tell it to smooth out the lines. Seem to have an extra surface there and there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is smooth, and that will get rid of any lines that are extra if it can, and it will leave a line for me to get rid of. But hopefully that is it. Oops, where have we gone? Come back. I didn't mean it. Don't go away yet. Right, here we go. Yeah, okay. Hagrid! How you doing, eh? You're welcome again. Well, Hagrid doesn't go to sleep. He's glad to see that you survived the shit. I did survive the shopping. I got skanked though on my shopping. I picked up something with a 50% discount because it's only got a couple of days left on it. Some food item, and the new person on the till pushed it through and didn't apply the discount. I got back to the car. I thought, well, I've paid the full price for this. And I thought, I can't be bothered to get out the car, go all the way back again, and then show the receipt and all that business. I thought, okay, I've been skanked. Not knowingly, but you know, doesn't matter. What you're gonna do? You know what I mean? It's you're paying the full price for something that's nearly out of date. Anyway, let's welcome back, Hagrid. Welcome back. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we'll get crack on with this. I want to get this printing so I can get to the next size pole. I'm hoping some of these poles or these sizes will be an actual size that's on the expedition pole to save me having to redesign too many of them. Oh, while I remember, let's make this bit. Let's sort this out. So, right. So we've got 2.4 mil. I think we'll make that a bit deeper. So I'm temporarily going to bring this back. If I go off on tangents, it's because I'm trying to do it while I'm remembering. Right, now my nut was a bit tight to get in on the one I tried, so I'm just going to give it a little bit more. I don't know how much more, 0.25, that's probably too much. So 0.125, how about that? There we go. Doesn't need a lot, so then I'm going to get rid of the outer line. I'll have to get rid of this, and it sticks out a little bit past. I'm not worried. Although it would be nice for it to go all the way in, but I don't care. I don't mind seeing a bit of the nut. You can put your finger on it as you're holding it in. I think it'll be all right. So I'm going to push this back in. I'm going to say 2.5 this time, not 2.4. We've ended up with a bit of a notch there. That's okay. Yeah, that's it. And of course, the nut must fit in there. So we're going to have to. That's probably why I couldn't get it in actually, because I forgot about that. Let's have a look. That could be the reason I couldn't get it in the slot. Yeah, that's probably the. Oh no, I did have a cutout on it. It's just too small. So, how are we going to get a cutout on that? Let's work it out. So, if I use this for the projection, I go like that and use that as well. It'll be not that. It'll be I can't get it because I haven't got a middle bit. Right, let's put a middle bit on then. Always getting a problem, aren't I? It's gone what they call tits up again. It's gone tits up again. So I need to cut. Oh yeah, that'll do. That's it. Right, okay. So I need to take off the surface, but I need to push back down into there. Let's see if I can just do that. Is that going to do the trick? No, not quite. Well, sort of. Need some accompanying geometry. There is the geometry there. So I need to intersect the faces with the model. Intersect the faces with the model, and that will draw a line around it, which will allow me then to remove the bit of plastic that we don't want, and that bit there. And also there's a bit extra there, and it's gone funny. So it will slide in, but there's something wrong. So let's go put that back. So we must not quite be intersected the faces with the model. Can I get rid of that? Yeah. I should need to reverse the face. And we've got some hollow bits. Right. Can that be got rid of? No. That must be put back. So let's reverse the face. That should be able to be got rid of. No, can't. We will do in a minute. So reverse the face. No, we're already reversed. Nothing's easy, all because it's the edge of a nut. Right, so we could simplify it, but I need... Hang on, I'm not doing myself any favours being in parallel projection. Yeah, I need that bit of meat there. I'm determined to do it this way, but anyway. Right, let's just smooth and see what we got left. So it's got rid of one there. Is that... That's an extra piece, yeah. Reverse. Can that be got rid of? Yes. Okay, that's so far so good. You've got... Oh no. No, it didn't. Right. Okay. So I'll just reverse the face. That they're both the same. Can that go? Yeah, that can go now. Okay. It's a nightmare. This is all taking time. Too much time. Right, so what have we got now? We've just got an extra bit there we don't want. It's in the way. So I need to make sure we're able to draw that. Not quite sure why it won't let us. Oh, maybe it's not. Let's just draw to there, and see if we can get rid of it now. And has it got rid of the whole side again? No. We're okay. Now, is that an extra sheet it's put on? Right, so it's temporarily drawed an extra sheet, so we're gonna have to spin. Can we just fill it? We can just fill it, yeah. Okay, and yeah, the rest can stay as it is. That'll do, I think. Yeah. That'll probably do. That's a sharp point to have on the edge to try and print. So it won't be able to do a good job of that. So I think we're going to have to do something like this. Yeah, and probably... oh, I don't know what we're going to do with it. Right. Why do I always get into these difficult things? That's no good like that, is it? Damn it. Damn it. You and your clan of Jacobites. Bread to the bone. Right. Certain things do not work for me. Oh, am I starting to undo stuff I've already redone? Yeah. Hang on, undo, erase, redo. Control and Y. Okay. So I noticed something happened there. Undo, push, pull. Right, so we pulled it back. That's great. So, what do we do? Okay, so we can either make this, stop this from being a round, make this square, these bits. I don't like them square. Okay, what else can we do? Right, we can move it over a bit. That is actually square in there. Yeah, it's okay. Or we just ignore it. What do? We've got to make the nut bigger. Okay. Right. This is nothing to do with what I was trying to do. I thought I'd sorted this bit out. Right, we'll have to play with it. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to go over a bit. Let's say, I don't know, 1 mil. 1 mil. Then we're going to have to draw the line here and push that down to there. Then we're going to have to get rid of the extra geometry. Okay. And we're going to have to go to this side and do the same. Push that down. Get rid of the extra geometry. Right, we've got that, that and that. That's okay, and we're going to have to move the whole thing. The whole nut. We'll grab all that if we can. Right, so the whole thing's got to move. Let's have a look in X-ray mode. Make sure what you don't want to do is grab any other geometry, which we have. We've grabbed the geometry, so we'll have to go in parallel projection and try and line it up so they all line up like that, and grab only the nut and the hole. And we've moved it over by 1 mil, so let's go again. It's not working out that way, so come back out of let's just go. Won't let me alter it there. I'm being constrained. I wonder why. Oh, because I'm on the edge. So I need to unselect that edge. And also that rim. So move the hole only. Let's just move the hole only. We're going to move it by 1 mil. There you go. And we're going to have to put in, let's measure this. So we've got corner to corner, 7,300. So we know that was already not quite right. Let's create a new one. No, we don't want to do that yet. See, we can alter it like that. That'd probably be better. Flat sides instead of putting the points out. Yeah. How can I keep it flat? Okay. Well, I'll put it in and I'll turn it. So set 7.5 divided by 2, 3.25. 3.25, and it's all gone a bit crazy, so undo that. So what has happened to my face? So I'll just draw another one. No, it's not liking it. So something not right, so we'll have to get rid of the hole and cut this one off, paste it in place, cut and go back in and paste it in place. That'll put us a new hole on, and I'll have to push it through to the end. Okay, and hopefully they'll still line up. And it's a tolerance fit, so the screw, you don't have to screw it in, but it stops it falling out while you're up in the air. Right, now we should be able to put, let's just create a thing here, we'll put it on the surface. And we're going to say it's 3.25. Okay, now we can grab it. What we should do is cut it. Oh, 3.75. Yes, good on you. So that's right, let's do it. I'm glad you're watching. Save me making a mistake. Tell you what will come out of this. We'll plonk it on. So I'll go 3.75, and then we'll grab it from there. Oh, that's not it. Grab it from the middle and I'll just put it there, and we'll cut it, go back in and paste it in place, and then grab it from there and place it over the hole like that. Okay, still a little bit out, see that? So what we'll do, we'll just have to shave a little bit off the front edge here. So the way we do that, we'll just go this way, I don't know, 1 mil, let's say 0.5 of a mil to there, and then we'll have to, right, we're going to have to lose that hole again and push this down. That's it, and get rid of this extra bit. We didn't want to colour that really. Can I delete it? No, can't delete it. Anyway, it's coloured, so right, so what you need to do now is go through this process again. So cut it, come out, paste in place, then cut it, then go back in and paste it in place, then push it through to the new position. Okay, and then we're going to fetch down our hex. What happened? It's not selecting it. Right, and plonk this over here in the middle. It's not wanting to line up now. There it is. Oh, it's already done the business. Right, okay. So we want to encapsulate the nut. Oh, we were going to rotate it, weren't we? Yes, we didn't rotate it. Okay, so undo, move. Let's rotate it first. It only needs to go 90, I think. Yeah. And we need to grab it from the middle and plonk it here. There you go, and the problem is now, you can see the problem, we've moved the edge up to the top, and don't like the idea of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the whole thing down a little bit. So let's try and select what we can. Come out of this mode, try and line it up. I'm going to end up selecting too much stuff. I'll try it. Make sure we've not selected anything we shouldn't have. No, we're okay. So I'm going to move it down a mil, I think. 1 mil, that'll do it. So we've got some meat on and meat underneath. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. Let's just have a look from above. X-ray mode, let's make sure everything's, yeah. So we just need to put in our hex nut. So come back into the normal mode. We're going to push in this. I'm going to say 2.6, 2.5. There we go. It's actually 2.4, the nut thickness. M4 nut. Now it's not a lock nut. Now should it be an eye lock? I haven't got an eye lock. I can, yeah, probably have got some. But anyway, it should still sit in there. It should still sit in there. Let's come out of X-ray mode. So I need to just fill that with white. It's getting on my nerves a bit. Yeah. Okay, that can stay. Yeah, I suppose if you wanted to, you could colour that. No, that's not colouring it. Why not? I wonder why that didn't colour that. Oh, because I'm white. I need to select the right red colour. Oh my god. Was it that one? No. Was it darker? That one? No. I don't know which colour it was now. Probably this one. Yeah, that's the colour. There you go. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. I've only made it red just so I can see it, basically. Yeah. That'll do. Okay, we better, I suppose, do that one. I don't want to do it all because you end up with just load of red. And I saw something about a video. The soldiers, the British Army soldiers, going back 200 years, the red coats, they were bright red coats because in the distance, when they were all lined up, the red colour makes everything merge together, so that it was more difficult to count how many, I suppose, troops, whatever, how many you had. So they, you know, that was one. I don't know if it's true or not. So probably red is not the best colour to choose on here. Anyway, let's crack on and get this printing. So where did I get to? I did the one. Oh, I did another one round here. Yeah, did another one. Now, the problem is here, if you put your DX10 in, and then you put your shot cord in here, but not everyone has a shot cord, do they? You have a wire straight through, so, and that will make it have a bit of place. So you probably need like a stopper to put in if you're not having a shot cord. That's for the knot. But So sometimes I don't know. We'll leave it in there. So leave it in there. Right, let's see if we can get this lined up again. So we've done the bottoms. Let's go from here. Don't see, it's not snapping to anything. So I'm gonna have to do the same as I did last time. Like that, and just wander around it. Make sure it's centre. Yeah, it is. Then I've got to somehow. That's the parallel one, but we don't want the parallel one. We want. So that's the inference, and it wanted to put me there, but also it allowed me to have a pink there. That's it. So that's the parallel line with that, but we need it to snap to there. That's it. Once you've got somewhere to snap from, it's fine. It'll be fine. Let's have a wiggle and see. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, let's carry on then. Just get rid of some geometry now. So once I've got this disc done, all I've got to do is change the collet. Just got to change the collet and not all this again. So copy this and just change the collet. Okay, so I'll just smooth it. Got rid of some of it, but not some of the most of it. Okay, there's another one done. This collet I've made bigger than the one I printed by about. The original one I made 10mm thick. I think I made this 12mm thick. Yeah, a little bit thicker. Give it some strength. And also I want to transition this in a bit. A little bit of a ramp, so it puts more meat, not a straight point, but on a nice sloping angle. Well, an angle. So we'll sort that out as well. Means more plastic, but gives it strength. Right, I want strength, that's what we want. And this stuff, ABS, it's almost, I've tried smashing it and bending it, tried breaking it. As long as you've got enough layers between it, it's durable. But if you get the edges too thin, it'll snap in certain places. So you've got to make sure you get right. So we can do the same idea. That's inferring it against that line. Now it'll only give you a snap. So I'm trying to infer it. It should show purple. That's it. That's the one. So you've got purple there straight. We don't want straight, we want that one. Because straight will just give us just a flat. You need a bit of a jaw on it, some jaw. I've got a lot less jaw than I had on the other one, but when you stretch the shock cord, it slims down enough to push in. So you let go and it won't come out. There's enough room in there to give it play, but not for it to pop out. Unless you're in a massive storm, but hopefully it'll, don't know. Right, I've got an extra bit there going on. I've just seen DX Commander's video earlier on today. He's released a video of the DX Fest. That's no good. What happened there? Anyway, I met him in the cafe and he, fair play, he's put me in it. Left me in it. No, that's not working. What is going on here? Yeah, so yeah, I just met with Darren and his son outside. They were waiting for the sandwich, and I was just getting a coffee. What is going on here? And I went in, and then they just happened to come in with the camera, and he's asking me who I was. So I told him, and he's put it in the video. So why have I got no... Don't quite know why my surface is not... Ah, that's why. Can you see it? The bottom is straight, but the top isn't. Yeah, that was supposed to be parallel. That's alright, let's make it parallel with this side. Right, so if I put a line here, it'll be fine. Yeah, that one's fine. So what we've got to do is, tell you what, I can just grab this line, copy it, put it there. That's where I need to get to. The bottom's lined up with that one, but this one isn't. There we go. So now I can delete that. No, don't delete anything. Right, I can put my line in. Is that the line? Oh, it's all gone. Right. Yeah, so get rid of the line. Put the new line in. That's it. Now I need to just smooth. And it's got rid of them for me. That's alright then. Yeah, so that is the... Yeah. Just have a look round it. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Looking like a flying saucer, isn't it? Let's just save that and have a supper, mate. I'll try to go next year, but it's a 3-hour drive for me each way. So I'll need to come up with a plan somehow. Right. Which direction are you in? Which way are you? I wonder. Which direction? My soup's clumping up. Just made me some soup. So you could arrange for to pick a load of people up and go, but the problem is people change their mind, and they, you know, and it's a bit of a pressure on, isn't it? And then if everyone has to, you know, you start. Sometimes it's easier just to go instead of you turn a day into chaos by Kent. Yeah, I think it's worth going. It's such this, you know, it's to meet people, you know, meet them. I only stayed an hour, about an hour and 2 hours. I know I was gone. Unfortunately, if I was on my own, I would have stayed all day, but I wasn't. And you know, I got what I wanted to get from there. But I think next time I didn't stay for the raffle, so I might have won the raffle or something. But I didn't. Actually, nobody asked me to buy a ticket, but they weren't really pushing the tickets. You got to seek someone out and get a ticket. Anyway, right, so we've done that too. How many we've done? 1, 2, 3. Let's carry on. So yeah, I'd go again. Probably just to get the savings as well. Just do a video. I don't know. Is it? I don't know whether I got my video out before anyone else got theirs out. Because I come back and I worked on it all night, about 3 hours editing it, and put it out that evening. So I don't know. Maybe mine was first. I don't know. Tell you what was a bit of a letdown though. Martin Lynch didn't turn up till late. I didn't think they were turning up at all, but I thought they'd have been there before. I've met Callum at Martin Lynch a couple of times, plus Darren and a few others, but I'd still like to go. Yeah, I think that everyone should go. Make a day of it. I wouldn't bother with a burger though. Old Callum must be on some good money, because my idea of a bargain burger is a little bit different. It was a gourmet burger though, so I didn't want a gourmet burger. Bit of a shock. 2 coffees and a burger, 14 quid. I don't care, but I mean, it's a one-off, isn't it? And they stayed open late, so you know, what can you do? They got to make it worth the while, haven't they? But my idea of a burger is something like about 4 quid or £5, and then a coffee 2 quid each or 1.50 each. So if you work that out, 3 and 5, or if you say 4 and 5, 9 quid. So there's an extra fiver in there somewhere gone adrift. But it was a gourmet burger, so anyway, I'll leave it at that. And he did say it was a reasonable price. Now, I don't know if it's reasonable or not. For me, it wasn't that reasonable, but he did have a choice not to go. I'll have a word with David from Martin Lynch about his tardiness for not a lot. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have mind meeting Dave. What's his name? Is M0TCP, is it? Or can't remember. I got a long drive to go. He could have picked you up on the way, couldn't he? Could have picked you up on the way. Maybe that's why he was late. He's picking people up. I don't know. Mind you, he probably wouldn't have got paid for that. I don't think. He'd probably just coming under his own merit. I don't think they would have paid him any overtime for that. David, but they showed him later, and everyone had gone. Basically, a lot of people had gone, so he must have been really late. Never mind, eh? Maybe he struggled to get there. Who knows? Yeah, M0TPT. That's him. Yeah, he's such a nice fella, aren't they? These characters there, very nice people. Right, so I think I've done another one there, so let's just give it a smooth. See what it got rid of and what it didn't get rid of. It got rid of it all. That's fine. So we're getting closer while we're having a chat. A couple more left, look at that. I wouldn't mind going down to Slough, Martin Lynch. Go down to the shop on their open day. I haven't been. Have you been to their open day? I thought about going once. Yeah, last year's one. Or was it this year's one? Oh, I didn't make it. No, I didn't go. It's a long way to go, isn't it? And they probably end up spending money. Spending money is okay. It's just like I'd like another radio, but to be fair, I've got all the radios for the same frequency, so I don't need another radio. So there's a problem. Glutton, just do you get another radio just to save pulling one out of your shack to go mobile, or do you just bite the bullet? What I didn't want to do is wreck the one I'd got. There's actually someone selling FT710 on eBay, quite cheap at the minute. But they're selling it as they bought it for a portable, and it was too heavy, so it's actually selling it with hardly any use. But I don't need another one. Don't need another one, so it'd be nice to have another one. I thought about, instead of carrying that 891 with the FC50, heavy anyway as it is, and just carry the 710 with a built-in tuner. But it's just as bulky and probably save you some money. I don't know. So I wouldn't mind another FT710 just to take portable, but then you're gonna have two just for the sake of it. You might as well just, you know, try not to smash my brand new 710 up. But at the end of the day, you've just got to use it, haven't you? You've got to use it. I think a lot of people worry, I worry about if I wanted to get rid of it or upgrade, I want to get a good price for it after. So been to the last 3 open days, good fun, respectable food. You probably buy something at the shop though. Even had Mr. Lynch himself make me a cuppa. Ah, fair play. He's a funny old bloke, isn't he? He's a good man, that one. Yeah, you're alright, like. Funny. Good music on their Friday video. I like the intro. It's short, and I don't know who made it or where they got it from, but be interesting to know who made that music, or did they just pull it in off it? You know, pay for to use it. I don't know. They don't mention stuff like that. Right, so we've got one more here now. Yeah, so I better save it. We've always remembered to save it. So I got a bit of a problem now because everyone says an end-fed half wave will be better than a DX Commander, vertical DX Commander. But maybe I've got room for an end-fed half wave, maybe. Or some people, they just switch from one to the other, don't they? Exactly the same in real life, yeah. It reminds me a bit like Alan Sugar, a bit of a lad, like, you know, like Alan Sugar when he started off selling stuff. But instead of being like Alan Sugar, where he sell anything and got no real passion for his own computers, you know, doesn't even have a collection of his own computers. Alan Sugar doesn't, which was, he's probably got, you know. It's just a commodity, isn't it? Which is a shame. I used to follow him at early days, like, but with his computers, I always had his computers. Whereas Martin, he knows his product. It being, you know, salesman, I suppose, but he knows it. He knows the stuff inside out. I don't think you could say the same with Alan Sugar. If you asked him something technical about one of his computers, I mean, he probably wouldn't have a clue what to tell you, which is a bit of a shame. Right, what have we got going on here? Just got to get rid of those two. Okay, so we're close to starting a print. Why can't I get to that? What is going on here? Oh, got it now. Right. Right, so everything looked good there. Yeah. Okay. Let's save that again. And fed half wave is a powerful all-rounder, but is the right choice for long range. Yeah. I mean, I go back to early 80s with the started with the old AMCB radio, and didn't like the swearing and the abuse and stuff. So I went into amateur radio back in the day. Well, later on, 88. Yeah. Started going into that. It's like the hobby, but don't like some of the stuff that was going on. Anyway, I imagine there's a lot of people like that. We used to be fascinated when we used to hear some ham radio guys that used to come on to the CB and they talk about oscillations and all sorts of stuff. It's like fascinating. Yeah. But, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I get into it in one way or another. But I forgot what I was saying there. And you get into it, and I used to get strip twin and earth and get the thick copper earth out of the centre of twin and earth, and coil it up and make little micro miniature antennas and all sorts of stuff. He's just a wheeler, yeah, I know, yeah, Alan's just a wheeler dealer. Knows his product inside out, yeah. See, it still hasn't changed, yeah. Yeah, I think it's quieting down a bit round by me. I looked at it a few years ago, and there were still people on from going back 30, 40 years, same characters, still swearing and bringing it down the way they do. It's a shame. But anyway, I think it's got a little bit better, but occasionally you get the odd person swearing. They're running at illegal power, like somebody said. They're definitely running 100 watt. They're running at amateur radio, some of them, at 100 watts, you know. They don't care, they don't give a monkeys. Anyway. Right, so we've got that nicely rounded now. We've got, I think I said 48 sides. Yeah, that's 48 sides. So we've got 180mm between there and there, roughly. 200mm diameter, so it's quite a wide disc. We've got to sort out the bottom. We have got some extra infill on these, so can I? No, I need to interface with the model. It's kind of done a load, so I can just delete that, and delete that, and delete that. Well, I've got too many by the looks of it. Let's have a look what is going on. Okay, so we've got, yeah, I think it's just put them all in, just delete them one at a time. No, it's not even possible to delete them one at a time. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check this now, make sure which one it is I'm getting rid of. It's the outer one that fits over the bottom, the top of the bottom section. Well, top of the section on the one underneath. So right, when you're doing aluminium aerials, the tubes are all exactly the same. They slide in and out each other. Well, with these poles, they're tapered. So it's a whole new ball game. The taper is a whole new thing. So I have to measure each pole, top and bottom, to get the sizes. in order to model it. Right, so that can come. Let me see if I can get this any easier. See if I can maybe slice past it. No, I've ended up with too much selection. Got to be careful you don't get rid of the bit you need. See, I've got it there as well. Hang on, let's just do that. Alright, I'm actually on top now, which is not good. Right, I think I'll have to carry on the way I was doing it, otherwise I'm going to end up in a bit of trouble here. Right, so yeah, it's going to have to be done. I don't know why. I'm going to have to do it the hard way. I'm going to have to work. I'm going to have to sing for me money today. If I delete that, there's another one. Alright, let's have a look. I've got to make sure. So we've got our step. We've got our step from there. Yeah, that's it. So all this other stuff is redundant. It's just the way SketchUp does its selection. It's a Ruby script. It's running when you do a smooth. No, so intersect the faces of the model, and it sees all the lines, and for some reason it puts them all on one surface, which is a pain. But it is an old program, 2017. If you want to go subscription model and pay for everything, and have no money left for your own life. That's the easy way you do, unless you're doing something in your work that can pay for all this stuff. Yeah, you know, save you having to do what I'm doing. But there's a 6-month learning curve with a lot of it. I already know this program, and it's slowed me down, make me struggle, but I don't have to pay a subscription. What can you do? Nearly there. Looks very fiddly. Yeah, it's tell me about it. Yeah, I've used SketchUp ever since I had a PC, going back to the early 90s. Well, mid 90s, let's say. So once I'm too long in the tooth to learn new tools, I've tried to learn new tools. I've had to do PCB design with KiCad, away from Easy PC. No, was it Easy PC? No, started with Easy PC, then went to Eagle CAD and just managed to learn that. Then everyone gone to KiCad, so I've started learning that, but I haven't done anything with it for a couple of years now, since doing my main circuit board. So it's a whole new thing again. Right, I think we're almost there, apart from the collar here. We wanted a collar. Yeah, so we're okay. Oh, let's look for some rogue lines. There's always a rogue line somewhere. Let's have a look for. We don't want rogue stuff in our STL file. I'll make sure there's no rogue lines. I don't think there's any rogue lines now, so it needs a thing. Yeah, and there's just it's a 10mm thick, so the last one I made was 12mm. And I've pocketed the knot for the shock cord 5mm down. So the knot will be, the top of the knot will be in, should be in, and only a tiny bit of the tail sticking up for wind resistance. Whether it makes a big deal, I don't know. So that bit there fits over the bottom pole, and then this clamps round the top pole, just to hold it in place. Now if you do want to slide it up 200 or 300 mil up, it doesn't matter, it just means you're not covering the other one. Agrid says, I learned AutoCAD a million years ago as a friend wanted some parts designed for a machine he was building. That was entertaining. Yeah. I had an Inventor Suite years and years ago. Demo, was it a demo? I don't know. Tried it, and yeah, you need to go on a proper training course if you want to learn all that stuff. Right, so let's come out of there. I can't see any rogue stuff. So what I'm going to do now is just bring this out. Now I'm trying to make some strength. It's strong enough as it is, but I'm just trying to make it stronger. So I'm going to come out. How far do we come out? And also it'll add a bit of aerodynamics, so the wind blowing across will go up a bit. So I don't know, let's just say I'm going to say 6 mil. There we go. So 6 millimeters, and what we need to do is be able to bring up the bottom. Now we need to bring up the bottom but still keep the slit there. Although probably, I'll tell you what we'll do. Yeah. What we don't want is a line here and a line there matching up with this, because the stress will go along this the way it's created. So we do like to stagger it, but there's got to be enough gap to compress onto the pole, and if we bring up that too high up, it'll be pushing against its own plastic. So I think we'll have a subtle one. So if I grab hold of this here, let's grab hold of this here, tell it we're going in the up direction, and then just go to the bottom here like that. Right, so we've got a little bit of a ramp, and it's giving us a bit of it's not a lot, can't do anything with the bottom. So if you have a look, what it does, it basically gives you some infill. It gives you more plastic going up around the collet. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Right, let's come back out of that now. Let's see if we need any bevels anywhere else. We don't need a bevel on the top. You could have a bevel around this stuff, but there's no point really. No point. Let's have a look underneath. Now we've got the bevel there, but we don't have a bevel there. So to assist with placing it on, I'll just go 0.5. Just to assist with putting it on top of the pole, we give it a 0.5, and we go down 0.5. I normally find that's enough. Just takes the sharp edge off it. And this is already on a slant. Okay, there's no need for, actually you could do the same here when you're trying to push things through. Do we need it? Maybe on this, yeah. Right, so what we'll do is we'll do the same here. .5, and we'll drop that down 0.5 of a mil. I'll do the same here. just, if you're trying to push some cable through, it's better if it's guided into the hole like an eye of a needle, instead of just butting up against a sharp edge. Maybe I can get away with that. I can print that. I can do up to probably a mil, but I'll just keep it as 0.5. Right, so that's okay. These don't matter because you're going to come in from the side. Now the knot will sit up there. Depends how you're going to do it. Guide wire, I'm not sure how they do guide wires. It could be a knot and then just pull straight out, or it could just come round. It's a little bit of a weird one. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have the best of both worlds. We'll just take the edge off it anyway. We'll just take the edge off them. We don't need to take the edge off the rest. Let's just take the edge off this one. Okay, so we get this right because we're not going to mess with this again for a while. It's probably overly strong, but never mind. It doesn't matter if it's overly strong, if it costs a few more pence. Now that didn't go well, did it? Something not quite right with this. So something wrong with the geometry on that one. So what do we do? Right, so what I'll do is I'll bring this up like that, and we'll lose that temporarily. Oh, I've got a little bit of geometry there. See that? Rogue geometry. Okay. So we'll keep the rest of it. Looks okay. Yeah, right now, so it looks okay. I just need to find out what the original diameter was. Was it 12 mil? Yeah, 12 mil. So I can easily put a, I think it was 48 sided. There we go. So 6 mil, and we'll go down 5 mil. It's still in the right place. Yeah, that's it. And we need an edge on it, 0.5, and drop it down 0.5. There we go. And we might as well colour it. There we go, back again. Yeah, so we sorted that bit of a geometry weirdness out. Now you could drop them down, but I'm not sure if that's going to be easy. Let's just try. They're all in bits. Let's just give it a go. Probably won't be good. So you could go like this and just come out 0.5 mil. And what you'd have to do is just finish these off manually like that. This might have to undo this, but if I go down 0.5 mil, see what mess it's made of everything. Yeah, it's made a right mess, so we don't want that. Undo, 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 undo. There we go, we'll leave it like that. Right, okay, I think we're about ready to print it. Yeah, so we sorted the nut out. We've got a slight bevel here. Yeah, a bit of extra strength and wind. And we've got some wind stuff going on here. Side wind. Okay. Right, and this is just the bottom one. I suppose we could paint just so we can see it. I used to paint it all, but I don't paint it all anymore because I just paint the bits so I can paint the edge. It just makes it easier to see. Just to see what's going on. It's just going to be black ABS at the end of the day. I suppose we better paint that as well. No, that looked worse when it was painted. Right, okay. Let's put it in. Let's put it in. So I'm going to just select everything and smooth it. And I'm going to... what happened there? Nothing. Why is that not interacting? What happened there? Something happened, didn't it? Undo soften edges. So I lost my edge. That's weird, isn't it? It's like it's not interacted with the model. Maybe it's just the graphic card showing us. Anyway, I'll leave it like that. Right, let's just smooth it. Smooth. So it's gone ahead and took the line off it. Doesn't matter. As long as the STL file comes out and it doesn't say it's got a non-manifold edge. We'll find out. Right, so let's go and import it into Bambu Studio next. Right, export millimeters in an STL file. And we've already got one we did earlier. I'm gonna have to call this, okay, something new. Next commander. First, call it bottom spreader plate, and it's so it's 7 band bottom spreader plate. There we go. So let's oh, didn't even start Bambu Studio. Gotta wait for that now. Anyway, so there's the one. Now from the hole center, let's just see what we've got. Hole center to hole center. Let's have a look. So if we go sort of here to over here, 165, a little bit down. So what we've gone is hole center here to hole center here is 180. So it's a little bit less than where the actual wire sits. The element is a little bit closer than it would normally be. But I don't know. I don't have access to original discs. I've made mine 200mm and I've come back 10mm on each side. Right, here's the Bambu Studio. Already switched the printer on earlier. So we'll go into this one. We'll leave that there. We'll have an extra plate. We'll call this one 7 band spreader plate. What should we call it? I don't know. V3. No V3. Spreader plate. I don't know. Aerodynamic. AD. There we go. Actually, that should be saying first bottom spreader plate. There we go. That'll do. Import bottom spreader plate. There we go. There's a little bit of a demo of it. Okay, it occupies almost the entire bed. Sort of. Right, so there we go. But let's have a shock of how it might, because we simplified it, it might print it quicker and cost less. Let's splice it up, see what happens. It's not reporting any non-manifold edges, so that means there's no layers inside that shouldn't be there, or it thinks it shouldn't be there. £2.39, 3.5 hours. That's fine. That's about right. £2.39, 3.5 hours. So I'll go down here. I could speed it up, but I'm not bothered, so I'm just having a look through it. Looks okay. I think we'll leave it at that. And it is it is built as a honeycomb. Right, so I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll go back over here and we'll select strength. It's on 3D honeycomb, sparse infill, only 15%. What is the grid or line? Cubic, triangles, gyroid. They say do it 3D honeycomb or gyroid. But I think what's the default one? Rectilinear, I think. Let's just see what it would come out at rectilinear. Resplice it, or slicing. Right, 2 hours 57. Cost, has that cost gone up or down? So it's less print time. And if you slice it down, you can see the inner fill. Okay, not much difference, is there? That's not a grid, is it? Rectilinear. I don't think it's showing me the right stuff. Oh, it is big. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's just showing me. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, the grid pattern. Look at that. That's how it's going to build it up. So it'll take less time, but the other one will be stronger. £2.54. I don't mind a bit more time if it's stronger. Let's go back to 3D honeycomb. If it's cheaper and stronger but takes longer, I don't mind that. Let's have a look. £2.57 we said. 2 hours 50. 2.39, 3 hours 27. Yeah, so it's going to take half an hour longer, maybe 35 minutes longer. But if you look at the pattern, the infill, it's like a honeycomb. It's supposed to be stronger, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, let's print it. 3.5 hours. I don't mind waiting 3.5 hours. Okay, let's just print it. Has it created? Oh yeah, it's put some brim round it as well. That's okay. Let's do it. I'll print it in black. I've got white ABS black. I've got yellow. I've got red. I've got azure blue. I'm just going to print it like that. I'll leave the time lapse on, and we'll do a bed leveling. Why not? And I bought 4 rolls of black, 4 rolls of white, 1 kilogram rolls. I've got 1 yellow, 1 red, and one azure blue. And I've still got half a roll left on at the minute. So I've got the AMS2 Pro on it. So yeah, got one place empty at the minute, so I could put another roll in there. I've got some grey, PLA grey and ABS red in there. So ABS, it's a 90-degree melting point, or it starts to go funny, and 90 degrees C, and then it's UV resistant as well, so it's UV resistant. So PLA, it'll melt or warp at 55 degrees, and it's not UV compliant. So basically I use the ABS, same as I use for outdoor stuff. Different cover each spreader plate. Dark to, yeah, it could be. It looked like a bit of a rainbow, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't mind colouring it, but yeah, got to sort of keep it. The neighbours happy. They'll go, "What the hell's he got here?" Anyway, still low mileage on this printer. Still very low mileage. So I cleaned the bed earlier, so we'll let that carry on. Right, so let's just keep that running. We'll have a look at it in a minute. So we've got a design. Now keep this one. I don't think I need to. Oh, I was going to put some pockets in, wasn't I? Wasn't I going to put some pockets in? No, I think I'll leave the pockets off. You put pockets in, you carry water in your pockets. And I can't do it to the other side because I'm printing this. I don't have anything to take out. No waffle, so we'll leave it like that. This can all be built up like that. Should be able to get away with this ramp here, because as it prints round, it steps up a notch, up a notch, up a notch, up a notch, and winds its way out. Well, that is the idea. I've got to make sure that all these edges have got some infilling as well. There's no holes in it. So it's a cross between the Rapid, I think, or the Expedition, where you can slot them in, and the Signature 9. Cross between, so you can just pop your cable in. Yeah. But anyway, with a model we can also adjust it if we ever have to. That just means we've got trial and error basis. It just means you end up with a load of bits that you don't need. Scrap. You can recycle ABS though. PLA not so good. So as long as you label it up as ABS, you can recycle it or give it to recyclers. Whether they put it into a landfill or recycle it, who knows. Right, so ready for the next section now. So I've got to go and delete. Now that collet is the old one, so we need a collet. So I need to update that, so I need to copy. I need the same collet from here up the top with the same thickness, so it should be easy to make that collet. Right, so let's just save everything. See, what I could have done is put some indents in it with some which element is which one, but I'll leave that one for another day. Just noticed a weird shade on there, see it? Just noticed a weird shade, oh well. Strange, it might have an extra layer on there. No, it's all one layer, just the graphics card. Right, so I need to move this now, copy this, copy it up and take it up, is it 120 mil? 1200. Right, so there it is. What we've got to do is make a collet out of it now. If we do that, we're going to have to reduce the inner bit. What I don't want to do is reduce all the size again. So if you're only going up one section, you can make it thicker, but you need to reduce the outside. So everything else stays the same, but this spindle bit has got to reduce in size. So that's where it gets more complicated. So I've made that. That one turned out okay, but it's not ideal. It works to clamp it, so I either waste it or I could do with them all matching really. See, that one is designed for the pole below it, so it wouldn't work where it is now. But the rest will. So I've got to make it unique. So make unique. This is where the time comes. Okay. So I'm gonna have a new layer. I'll call it first. Or I'll call it a collet. Collet 1. Okay, so you go from ground to up. Or bottom collet. Collet 1 bottom, there we go. So we're going to put that into collet 1 bottom. And we can turn it off and on. Turning that on and off, so anyway we'll put that one, a new layer, we'll call that spreader plate bottom, spreader plate 1 bottom. I'll put that into there, turn it on and off. That's the original. We can hide that for a bit. Early version, so turn off early version. We'll add that to. I just want to make sure, because that one actually works. It clamps up. So if I just take the size off it, make sure. Alright, 33.5 at the top, and the bottom is 37.5. Let's see if it joint 33.6, 37 point. Okay, so I did. It's not quite right, was it? What went wrong? Let's have a look. 37.5. And 33.5, and we've got joint 1, 33.6, 37.25 on the top. Maybe I made them, yeah, looking at what I made it, I decided to, yeah, it was a bit tight, so I'll go off these sizes. So I'll disregard this one. I'll put it in the early versions layer. There we go. So what I've got to do now, we've got to bring this, we'll bring this down. Actually, I'll just bring it down somewhere thereabouts, 150 mil, there we go. We'll sort it out after, but we've got to sort out, this one needs to be a collet. So to make that a collet, we want to keep everything the same, almost. So first it needs to make sure it's a unique, it is. So I'll go into it and I need to delete a lot of the stuff. So if I grab it, yeah, sort of need to delete it. I don't know how we're going to delete this. I don't need guy wires on it. It's just a collet. So I can either grab, hang on, grab the middle. I'll tell you what, we'll grab the whole thing, and if I grab this again, it should deselect. No, it's only selected that bit. So I select that. Now I've got to grab the whole thing, and then unselect that bit. No, it won't let me do it. Oops, where's he gone? It's yeah, it's gone. Where are we there? Where's he gone? Yeah, that's it. Oh, let's have a quick look at Bambu Studio. Yeah, it's laying it out. So far, so good. Okay, let that carry on. 3.5 hours later. It's 4 o'clock already, 10 past 4, bumming hell. Right, so I'm going to have to grab this one. I'll just have to start chopping away at it, and I'll have to rebuild the geometry after, so I'll take out that bit there, and take out that bit there, move it around. Certain bits we've got to keep, certain bits we don't care about. Okay, so we've got this collet. Just come out, make sure my original one down below is still intact yet, so not affecting that one. Right, that's all we got left. Now it needs to increase. I think we can get rid of the rim. Right, so we've got the inner bit and the outer bit. Now this needs to be extended down because I want the collet to be the same thickness as the disc and the other bit. So that's easier said than done. Let's turn it around this way. Hang on. Turn it upside down. So trying to keep everything the same, because what this does, the gap here, you've got solid bit here, then you've got the gap higher up and the bolt. It allows enough length from where it's solid and where it's split, where the bolt clamps, to articulate the plastic enough that there's a bit enough giving it to clamp the pole. So we've already worked out that works, so we'll keep it like that. So what I need to do now is bring this back up. So if I measure from there to there, there it is, 61.5. So, but we're going to change all that anyway. 61.5. We need to make it back into a finished thing again. 61.5, so 30.75. So we need on here a circle. It needs to be 48 point, which it is. I need to get it in the middle there along its axis. So 30.75. So that is its thing, whatever we call it. So if I lower it down to there, it should do the trick. Ah, we've got a problem straight away. We're on the wrong plane. Undo. Undo. Okay. So we want to go again with it. Make sure on that level. No, that's still in the wrong level. Needs to be on the rim. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to delete that one. No, can't delete that one without deleting every little thing. So I want to, tell you what we'll do. We'll create one here. 30.75. And we'll grab it by the middle and, oh, what's that doing? I had one selected, didn't I? It's all going a bit crazy today. Right, so we're going to grab that. I need 3D. We're going to use that as the line. Tell you what we'll do, we'll come out, paste it in place. I need to grab it again. Where's it gone? Oh, is that it? Undo paste. I don't know what's going on now. Undo close. So it is there. Right. I don't normally have all this trouble. Hang on. What we need to get it on top of there. Is that it? Let's try that. Hold on a second. Alright, so the missus just talking about a sublimation printer. She's been and bought a sublimation printer. She's got some cups. She's going to make some cups with graphics on them. So, good luck on that with it. She does sewing and all sorts of stuff. So she's going to do cups. So that didn't turn out very good. Look at that. Undo move. Right, so I've got to grab this like that. Normally this works out okay. So if I'm going to put it there. I'm going to come out. Now I'm going to cut it. Paste it in place. Then I'm going to grab it. And then I'm going to move it onto the top like that. So I got the sniffles now. Right, let's try and get it lined up. So we know it's level. So if we keep it on that level, no. It's not going to let us, so right, so we grab it from the middle. I don't know if that's it, or no, that's gone to another level. I don't know, yeah, could be, we'll see. She does make nice pillars. She made me a lovely pillar with some material. I keep telling her to do her own YouTube channel, but she doesn't want to do it. So I'm having trouble with this, aren't I? Right. So we need to hide the poles. Let's hide the poles. Why are the poles not hiding? That means they're not. They're in layer 0. Let's put them in poles layer. Right, they're gone now. So I need to grab this. If there's too many things around, it makes it difficult. So I grab that. I need to stay on the top layer. And the problem is this: if there's any lines in the way, it thinks you want to put it on the line. So then it plays you up. Like that. Where's that? See, that's right out the way. Look at it. So it's a bloody nightmare, to tell you the truth, mate. Right, hang on. Oh God. I can't remember having this much trouble lining that up. It's because it's got this other one there. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of this one. Let's just get rid of it all together. Go into this. Get rid of this. That's why I didn't want to do it, because the rim is in bits. And I don't want to sit there selecting it for hours on end. So to get it like that, I'd have to look at it sideways on, just like that, and I'd have to just grab that there and delete it. Remember to add it back on again later. You have to drag it kicking and screaming sometimes. That's what happens if you don't want to pay for Fusion 360. I had it free. They give it me free for a year. Never used it once in a year, and it ran out, the free thing, and that was the end of it. Yeah, so my own fault, but you've got to be ready for it. Right, 30.75. Right. So we've got 30.75. Okay. And we can bring that down to there. Okay, and come out of... Oops, what's happened? Come out of X-ray mode. So we've got that there. Now is that not interface with the model? So we need to go intersect the faces with the model. So we can delete that out of there. And we shouldn't need this now. So we can delete it, although it's spread the wrong way. So is it another surface? No, we want that surface back. Okay, so we've got our thing back. Okay, I just want to get it. We don't want this collet, but we want a smaller one. So we've got to get it in a position where it's exactly the same as the bottom section, but with a different size. So, and now we've got to remember to raise it up 0.5 of a mil, and we've got to step it 0.5 of a mil, then bring it down 0.5 of a mil. So that gets us back to our original. Should do get us back to the original thing. I say thing. Yeah. Okay, so that's our original thing. If I bring back the poles, so that should be exactly the same as that. So if I grab that now and copy it and move it down 900, right, 900 and 950 mil. Where's it gone? Oh, something happened there. Right, so we want to duplicate that down 9. Sorry, 1050. 1050. And that'll put it exactly in position, just to make sure everything is the same as the original. And I can see that it is exactly the same, apart from the extra collet and that, so that's fine. So we'll undo copy, and we'll concentrate on this one now. That we know that is the one we want, but it's not going to fit the pole. So do I put a bevel on this one? You can put a bevel on if you want. There's no need for a bevel though. I won't bother putting it on if there's no need. Right, what's next? Oh, let's have a look what's going on with this one. 3 hours and 6 minutes to go. You can speed it up. I'm 100%. I'm on standard. I could go sport or ludicrous, but I don't want to do that. I'll just leave it where it is. I'm not in a rush. Okay, it'd be nice to get it done for, I doubt I'll get it done for tomorrow to go. No, I've got a sort of fiberglass pole out yet. Is it 38mm pole or thin aluminium? I was a bit of a cheapskate. I should have just bought a fiberglass pole off them as well. Don't know why I didn't buy it. Don't think it was much money. I should have just bought it. Probably another 40 quid or something. I've got poles all over the place. I've got aluminium. In fact, let's just have a look. If one of my hustlers is up to be 38, I'm not going to wreck it on this. 31mm now, it's not right. Yeah, 38mm I think it is, they said. Right, so we've got the collet. We've got to reduce the size now. Now I could just leave the collet as it is and reduce the inner size. So let's get it back up like this, and I'll turn it upside down. Now we've got to obviously reduce the inner bit and this bit here. I'm not a fan of that being red there, so let's put it back again. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so what am I going to do now? If this was a parametric model, we could just put the new inner sizes in, but it isn't. So we need to find out what the collet sizes are. Joint 1. So we can put it in. I'll tell you what, I'll put it in. This might be easier than it sounds actually. So the bottom section 33. Let's start with the narrower section. The top 37.25. Okay, so we're going to go undo what I've just said. Go on the top instead of starting at the bottom. Let's get rid of the poles again. So we want, because we're straight here, I need to put 37.25. So I can just put a, right, so we need a radius. Now the problem is I can't see my workings out. Ah, here's the radius, 18.62. I've already worked the radius out. 18.625. So if I go into this and 18.625. Right, that's hardly any difference. What does your good lady think about you chatting to yourself and me for hours? Has she called the men in white coats? She's used to it. She's watched me for many years sitting programming software on my main project over and over again, and all my back catalogue, many hours of wasted life. I call it wasted life. Is it wasted life? I'm gonna have a crisp. She does her thing and I do my thing, so I don't get in her way, she doesn't get in my way. We go out to the shops and that's it. Yeah, go on holiday, go to the shops, go shopping, and I don't tell her about what I've been doing at work. She's not interested, and she tells me about some of the stuff she gets up to. I'm probably not interested either, but yeah, it's one of them. Yeah. Right. That's my yeah, I haven't had nothing to eat today properly. Yeah, so according to that, it's not much different. Why is that so close to that size? Something went wrong. Yeah, something went wrong. I'm not sure what. Why is that all the way over there? So 37 point. So 18. Let's just check those figures. Right. So 37.25 divided by 2. 18.625. What did I actually make it to? 37. Yeah, so I made a mistake. I made it 37.250. Oh no, that's it. It is right. Okay, so it begs the question, how does that fit onto the other section? That's the top section. Top section, bottom. How can the bottom diameter be smaller than the top section? Can't. 30, 31. Oh, I've got these the wrong way around, haven't I? Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is where it gets confusing. Yeah, so that section is let's start from the start. First section, bottom. Then you got the first section top that goes with this first section. You got the second section bottom. So the second this is crazy. You get the white coats here quick. The second section top is 37. The third section bottom. What the hell have I done? Oh yeah, because it's the second section top and the third section bottom. They're the wrong way around, surely, aren't they? As you go up, oh no, it's the second section top. So the top of the second section. Yeah, so that will be the same size as that, plus an amount of clearance. Why is that different to that figure? 37.5 and then 37.25. Then we've got 33 and 33.6. It does taper, I don't know. Oh, the bottom and the top, yeah. That's the difference between the bottom and the top. And then we've got the difference between the bottom and the top here. It's hardly 0.25 of a mil. Yeah. So the third section bottom. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is the third section bottom, but it's the top of this. Yeah, so I've got to reverse them. So undo, close, undo, circle. So what I want is the smaller of the two sizes, the third section bottom, 33.6, so 16.8. So I'll go into this and I create a 16.8. Okay, and that is what we want. So I'll put them in, I'll put them all in. I'll go and do the other side now. I need to lose this now. Push that back up. So it's flat, 0.5 of a mil. I need to lose that one. Oh god, it's done it that way, has it? Right, so I'm going to have to go around in a circle and play. There's no command that you could join them. It's lost its circle. That's because oh wait, sometimes it just takes time to do it. Normally I select the whole thing, but not this one. You can't double click either. You can only do one at a time. So we need get rid of that just for a minute. So we brought the inner, yeah, it bevels the outer. Yeah, agreed. Go and do something else as well. Otherwise, you'll be needing the straight jacket, listening to me waffle on this long. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Right. So I need now the 18.62. This one needs to be. Right. So go on here. Get to the middle. 18.62. Let's just have a look. No, 18.625. Right, I made a mistake. Oh, look where that's coming right over there. God. Didn't say it was easy. Nothing I do is easy. 18.625. There it is. Let's just double check. 18.625. Yes, it is. So there's your two sizes. So obviously got a smaller one there. Now, so we've got to reduce the whole thing by that much. Now, if we do that, we have to move all this across by the same amount and reduce the size of the collet. Otherwise, we'll have a massive collet. I won't be able to screw it because and tighten it up because it's too chunky. So I've got to work out that's nearly 2 mil less. 2 mil less on that side. I'm treating your channel as a learning. Yeah. It's if you're a multi-millionaire, I would just go and buy yourself Fusion 360. Much easier. And struggling. Yeah, it's just about 2 mil. So what I've got to do is reduce. What you want is a parametric model, really, so you can just change on the fly everything. Now you could just shrink it or scale it, but I don't want to do that because it'll scale all the holes. We're using all the same M4 fixings. So what I've got to do now is I've got to fill this in. So to do that, I'll temporarily put a little. Did it work? No, didn't fill it in. Why not? That's because we're not in the model. There we go, we filled it in. Let's go and fill the other side in. Now this is not so easy to fill in because let's see if I can just add. Yeah, I can do it that way. So once you've filled it in, we've got to get rid of the old one. Now, to get rid of the old one, we've still got the wall of the new one, but it's got to get gone. You can't see it, it's inside. Now we need to get rid of, extend this one to there. Okay, that's no good because we're no longer in the model. Let's get back in the model. Okay, so now we've got to get rid of this one, and also, yeah, that one. Get rid of that one. No, we don't want to get rid of it like that. I want to do it in stages so we don't mess it up too much. Alright, we're going to have to look in X-ray mode now. We need to see inside it. So we've got this ramp, so we need to at least know how far down it is. So 6 mil. Okay, so we'll do a 6 mil so we can do getting rid of this. So we need to come down 6 mil from this new size. So we can just come down 6 mil. And the other one, what we have done is we've deleted some. We didn't know how high the ramp was. Possibly when this slit needs to now come over here, so we need to make the slit longer. It's not easy. Not easy when there's geometry behind it. It's trying to. The computer is dumb. It doesn't know. It can only do it as long as it's not trying to reference some other geometry somewhere else. The way SketchUp works, it has to use something else as a something else as a guide. So I can now get rid of the old lines. No, not that last one. Something not right. Yeah, this is horrible. We've got to do this every time for a different. Each time we go up, we've got to do it again. Right, so why won't it let get? Let's come out of X-ray mode a minute. Why would it not letting us get? That's why, because we didn't make it all the way. Look. Never made it all the way across. I've got to make sure we go with it. There we go. So now we should be able to get rid of that one. Yep. Now we need to go down. So I need to go down. I don't know where far to go down, so I'm going to have to save that. I'm going to have to investigate the one at the bottom. Let's go down and just find out. I can't remember how much of a dip it was. So I've got to measure the one. Well, it is whatever the transition is between the two, isn't it? So that was 5.5 with the half down the bottom, 6 mil. Now this one 7.5. Right, 7.5, so 8. 5.5. Get confusing now. Hang on. So 6 mil and 8 mil. So it's 2 mil. It's a 2 mil thing. Yeah. Right. Let's get back up to this one. So we want a 2 mil. So we need to bring this down by 2 mil less than this one. So we've got 26 mil total. We're into it for 6 mil. 26 mil. So we've got to drop this down by 18 mil, I think. Drop this down by 18 millimeters. And that should give us, can't see it because it's being hidden. Let's go in X-ray mode. Yeah, so there's a transition from there to there. So how do we get the transition now? Oh yeah. So we've got to bring that up to there. So another 2 mil. So we need to drop that down another 2 mil and it'll be part of the same thing then. And all we've got to do then is select this one and drop it down 2 mil. But something's happened. Yeah, it's carved it up into bits, so that's no good. I think we can come out of X-ray mode. Ah, it's because of this, the slot here. I think. Ah, we didn't get the. Yeah, we didn't get the whole thing. Let's try again. 2 mil. Now it's still got some rogue stuff on the side, so we can't do it that way. So what we're gonna have to do, we've got some weirdness going on here. Look at that. Let's sort that gap out. It doesn't like being part of that. Maybe we just need to get rid of that. No, not like that. Undo and hang on. Smooth. Right, so we've got rid of that. We had 2 bits sticking out, which we don't want. We need to grab this now. Drop it down by 2 mil, but it's still doing rogue geometry. No, we don't want the rogue geometry, so we're gonna have to undo that. So how do we do it then? So what we've got to do, right, so what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll bring that up to the top. We can either measure it, so we brought it up to the top. Will it let us do it now? Maybe. No, still bloody rogue, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to have to delete this one. And we're going to have to put that back on again, so let's save that. And we're going to have to find that measurement out again, which is the bigger one of the two, 18.62. 18.62. Oh, 18.625. Why do I keep leaving the 5? Shit. Yeah, it could be. I'm no good at this job. Right. 18.625. Right, so we've got it there, and we need to bring it down 6 mil. This is just a problem with SketchUp. Probably. Let's see if we can bring it down. Now it's still wanting to attach it, look. Right, so it's not liking that. So we'll go the other way then. We'll have to get that off. Cut that. Okay. Tell you what, we'll put it on the top. Let's just make sure we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. Is that? No, we've lost our surface. Okay. Let's just do it another way. The reason we've lost our surface because we've got this bit of rubbish grabbing hold of it. So we'll have to get rid of these temporarily, and let's just put a line, I don't know, there, so we can then delete this. No. Oh my god, that's enough to make you scream, isn't it? Right, now will that allow me to get rid of it? Yeah. And that, gone. So I've got a square again. Right, so I want to move this, I don't know which end's the small end and which end's the big end. So move that down by 6 mil. Okay, and in here we're going to put the new dimension. Yeah, it's not easy. So the smaller one, 16.8 in the middle of there, in the bottom of it. So 16.8. Let's make sure, yeah, 16.8. Then we can go back in and push that down to the bottom, and we should be able to grab this now and push it down 2 mil without any rogue geometry. Yeah, there we go, that's it. Right, so we've got our pole bottom and top. Now we've got to put our split back into it now. So don't know if that split is part of it. So we don't need right. So if I bring that to there, that to there, then I push that down all the way to there. Limit is set. Why is the limit set? What's stopping it? Right, don't know what is going on with that. Oh, where's my line gone? Redo, draw line, redo, draw line. Right, so what I'll do is I'll get rid of this. Okay, and that bit there. Yeah, it's dead awkward. Right, so that's all the rogue bits. This is what happens if you're modifying it. You're better off just building it from scratch. If you can remember all the sizes and the distances. I'm just trying to shortcut really, but anyway. So then we've got to we can either, yeah. So I've lost our surfaces there now, Christ. So let's see if we can just bring that down all the way to the bottom here. It's not letting us do it. I don't know what the reason it's not letting us do it. Probably no reason at all. Let's see if we can do it on the second attempt. No, it's not liking it. Okay, so we can't do that. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. In one way, then another. Right. Okay, let's come out of X-ray mode. Yes, we've lost our surface. That's probably why. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to temporarily delete the whole that side and this side and recreate them. As long as we've got a reference to where they are, we're fine. I think we'll just copy that, bring that up to there, and possibly move this away. Right, so we've got the original stuff back. So if we fill it in now, how do we fill it in? Let's just draw a line from there to there, and maybe from there to there. No, that's not working. There to there. Okay, so we've got that there. All we need to do now is push it down all the way to there, and it's not letting us. So it must be something in the way. Ah, what is in the way? I don't know. There's got to be something in the way. What's in the way? I don't see anything in the way. Right, so can't see what's going on. All looks good to me. Right, let's try again. Save it. Oh, let's have a look at the model. There's the model. I'm going to turn the fan on. Starting to get too warm in here. And it's getting close to 5 o'clock. How long are we going? 2 hours 23. Yeah. Give it another few minutes. So that's going at it. Right. So normally this, if I'd have made this from scratch, it maybe it doesn't like the fact that them are there. So let's take these off. Cut. Paste in place and cut and placed in place, so it just makes them solid again. We can keep that one, we just need to take it out. Cut, paste in place, cut and paste in place. They're there for our reference. So as far as I know, there's nothing to stop us pushing this down. There shouldn't be anything stopping us pushing this down to wherever we want it. Limit set to, there's a limit on it. I don't know what the limit is. There's nothing there. Ah, let's undo, push, pull. I know what to do. If there's something there hiding, not showing itself, what you're going to do is just grab this section here and intersect the faces with the model. No intersections found. Okay, so right, what I'll do is I'll draw a line from here all the way down to there, there to there. So there's some strangeness going on here. Look how strange that is. Oh my god. It's like almost like a joke. They designed this, you know, this system. That's probably why they don't use it anymore. Right, let's draw one line down. Okay, so let's put an extra surface in. Who knows why? Fill. Okay. I don't normally get all... I get problems, but not normally like this. So I think I'm going to go and just have to write everything down and just create them on the fly, I think, rather than try and use one. So it goes to there. Won't let me go beyond that. No idea why it won't let me go beyond that, but let's just... That's where we want to go down to. Stupid, isn't it? Hang on. So it's now trying to attach itself to geometry. Right, so, oh, look at that. It's almost like there's a rogue piece in there. How can there be a rogue piece in there? Can't be. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't make sense. I recreated them. Just rogue stuff everywhere. Look at it. Right. It's not working out, is it? All I want to do is keep that bit there, but I'll have to move it over and shrink it anyway. I'll have to rethink this. No millions here. I've even looked under the sofa cushions. Yes, what is one is a mentor, a rich mentor. Treating your channels. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Hang on. Let's do some undoing. This is normally easy to do. You won't believe how easy this is to do normally. Watch this, look. Look how easy it is to do. So if I do that, right, push that up like that, right, draw, get a circle, push it in the middle. I'm not even measuring it, I'm just doing right, it's not liking it, is it? It's disagreeing. Right, so let's do that. Right, let's push that all the way through to there. Let's put a line here. Let's just take a chunk out there. Let's just go all the way down to the bottom like that. There we go. Let's just delete the slot. There it is. How easy was that? It's just when I try to create it from that. So I'll tell you what we got. We'll use this as geometry. We'll use this as a size check, which means we'll have to create all this stuff. It's a nightmare. What is Bambu Studio doing? 2 hours, 2.5 hours to go on that. so that'll be good. Anyway, it's 5 o'clock and it's time for tea. I like SketchUp, but sometimes it seems to fight you. Yeah, you've got to drag it kicking and screaming, and it's annoying. It's annoying, but I've had glitches in it for no reason. I just close the program, rerun it, and it's fine. And other times I've done it and it's not fine. You've got to actually edit it. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the thumbnail because I am literally going to come back later on. It's probably going to be 3. I'll stream it again as I'm working on it. I'm going to have a break, probably an hour break, hour and a half, and I'll be back on later on. Maybe we'll have the radios on. So I'll say 73 again. Thanks for joining in, Hagrid. At least I wasn't on my own. Catch you later. There we go. Or yeah, have yourselves a rest. Don't come back on again. I'll be here. I've got nothing else to do. Alright then. Thanks for watching and bye bye. I'll be back in a while. Probably have the thing ready to print. Maybe. Show you. Or it'll be finished. The first one will be finished. This one here should be finished by the time I'm in between when I started the streaming. Yeah, so we better grab it and have a look at it. Okay. I've totally lost track of everything there. Right, catch you in a bit. Bye bye. I'm out of here.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
That information is not available.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.